The 21st century urban landscape is a paradox of progress and pressure. Cities pulse with opportunity, innovation, and connectivity, yet they also breed stress, isolation, and existential disconnection. The relentless pace of urban life demanding careers, digital overload, environmental decay, and societal fragmentation has left many yearning for meaning beyond material success. In this context, the teachings of Buddhism, a 2,500-year-old spiritual tradition, offer timeless tools to navigate modernity's chaos. Rooted in mindfulness, compassion, and self-awareness, Buddhism provides a framework to cultivate inner peace while engaging with the world. This article explores how Buddhist principles can be adapted to address the unique challenges of urban living, fostering resilience, ethical clarity, and holistic well-being. Before I go further, we need your support to continue bringing you the latest news, analysis, and life information. Please give us your support. Smash the like button, comment, share, and subscribe to all. In 2023, I wrote a book called China 2023, The Epoch of Global Dominance, about China achieving global dominance in 2023. That is right. China already achieved global dominance in the year of 2023. It already happened. My book is an unbiased analysis of how it happened, the history of China's reemergence in the short span of the past 40 years. My book also predicted China's rapid high-tech revolution, Russia winning the Ukraine war, the splitting of the world into two camps of the global South and the West. The goal of China is to bring prosperity and harmony to the world. All my predictions have become reality. This power shift has deep and far-reaching impacts on the future of humanity. Please click the links below to view my book and purchase. We need your support to continue. Back to the subject of today's episode. The World Health Organization identifies stress as the health epidemic of the 21st century, with cities amplifying pressures through noise, pollution, and hypercompetitiveness. Chronic stress contributes to anxiety, insomnia, and cardiovascular diseases, undermining quality of life. Buddhism's core practice of mindfulness teaches individuals to anchor themselves in the present moment. In urban settings, mindfulness can transform mundane routines, commuting, working, or waiting in line, into opportunities for self-awareness. By observing thoughts and sensations without judgment, individuals disrupt the cycle of rumination and reactivity. Practical applications include short breathing exercises during work breaks or subway rides, setting boundaries for social media use, and savoring meals mindfully instead of multitasking. Companies like Google and Apple have integrated mindfulness programs into workplaces, reporting reduced burnout and increased productivity. Apps like Headspace and Calm democratize access to guided meditation, reflecting Buddhism's secular adaptation. Urban life's frenetic pace often clashes with mindfulness's slow, intentional ethos. To overcome this, practitioners can reframe mindfulness as a portable toolkit, rather than a rigid practice. Even brief moments of awareness, feeling the texture of a coffee cup, or noticing the rhythm of footsteps, build resilience against stress. Yet they are inherently transient. Gentrification displaces communities, careers rise and fall, and relationships fracture under pressure. Urbanites often cling to the illusion of control, exacerbating suffering when change inevitably occurs. The Buddha's doctrine of impermanence asserts that all phenomena are in flux. By internalizing this truth, individuals learn to release attachment to outcomes and adapt gracefully to change. In cities, this mindset fosters flexibility and reduces anxiety over uncertainty. Practical strategies include reframing job changes or relocations as opportunities for growth, adopting minimalist lifestyles to align with impermanence, and using meditation to observe emotions during crises without identification. Tokyo's wabi-sabi aesthetic, influenced by Buddhist principles, celebrates imperfection and transience. Urban designers are incorporating this philosophy into architecture, creating spaces that harmonize with natural decay and renewal. Cities can institutionalize practices that honor impermanence, such as temporary art installations or pop-up events that embrace ephemerality. These rituals remind residents that change is not a threat but a natural rhythm of life, status symbols, and curated lifestyles. Yet studies showed that materialism correlates with depression and diminished well-being. The Buddhist concept of non-self challenges the notion of a fixed identity tied to possessions or achievements. By recognizing the illusory nature of the ego, individuals free themselves from the relentless pursuit of external validation. Practical applications include prioritizing needs over wants. Inspired by the middle way, investing in experiences like travel or education instead of goods, and reducing online personas to cultivate authentic connections. The FIRE movement, popular among urban professionals, echoes Buddhist non-attachment by advocating frugality and freedom from consumerist traps. Cities can foster non-attachment through sharing economies, such as bike rentals and co-working spaces, and community gardens that shift focus from ownership to collective stewardship. These initiatives encourage residents to value access over ownership and collaboration over competition. Cities are plagued by loneliness. High-rise apartments, transient populations, and digital interactions erode community bonds. Buddhism emphasizes compassion and loving-kindness as antidotes to alienation. By cultivating empathy, individuals bridge divides and nurture inclusive communities. Practical steps include helping strangers through random acts of kindness, practicing active listening to reduce conflict, and joining volunteer networks like Tezuchi, a Buddhist-inspired organization that mobilizes urbanites for social service. New York's Compassionate Cities Initiative trains residents in conflict resolution and trauma-informed care, rooted in Buddhist-inspired principles. Urban planning can institutionalize compassion through affordable housing policies that ensure dignity for all and expanding access to mental health services. These measures reflect the Buddha's teachings on equity and collective well-being. In environmental stewardship, cities contribute to 70% of global CO2 emissions, yet urbanites often feel disconnected from nature. Climate anxiety is rising, particularly among youth. The Buddhist principle of interconnectedness teaches that all beings and ecosystems are interdependent. Harm to the environment is harm to oneself. Practical applications include reducing waste, adopting plant-based diets, and supporting green policies. Urban rewelding projects, such as creating green spaces that honor biodiversity, reconnect residents with nature. Climate activism can be framed as a moral duty, not just a technical challenge. Bhutan's Gross National Happiness Index, influenced by Buddhist values, prioritizes ecological balance over GDP growth. Cities like Copenhagen are adopting similar frameworks, integrating sustainability into urban planning. Schools and workplaces can teach systems thinking and nature immersion through rooftop gardens or forest schools. Professionals often grapple with soul-sucking jobs that conflict with personal values. Burnout and quiet quitting reflect a disconnect between labor and purpose. The Buddhist concept of right livelihood advocates work that avoids harm and contributes to societal well-being. Practical steps include transitioning to roles in sustainability or healthcare, adopting triple bottom-line business models, and forming workplace groups that promote mindfulness and ethical dialogue. Patagonia's mission-driven model, which prioritizes environmental activism, mirrors Buddhist ethics. CEO Yvon Chouinard cites Zen philosophy as an influence. Governments can incentivize ethical economies through green tax breaks and worker cooperatives that democratize ownership. Urban practitioners must redefine it as a proactive, engaged philosophy. Modern adaptations, like secular Buddhism, strip away ritualistic elements to focus on practical psychology. Apps, podcasts, and urban retreat centers make teachings accessible. Critics argue Buddhism's ascetic ideals clash with urban life. However, the middle way, avoiding extremes, offers a balanced approach. Urbanites can integrate mindfulness into daily routines without renouncing modernity, fostering resilience without rejecting progress. By integrating mindfulness, compassion, and interdependence into urban systems, cities can evolve into ecosystems of well-being. This requires collaboration among individuals, corporations, and policymakers to create infrastructures that honor both material and spiritual needs. As the Buddha taught, peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. In the heart of the city, this inner peace can ripple outward, transforming skyscrapers into sanctuaries and strangers into community. The journey begins with a single breath amidst the honking horns and glowing screens, a reminder that even in chaos, awakening is possible. Thank you for watching. We need your support to continue bringing you the latest news, analysis, and life information. Please give us your support. Smash the like button, comment, share, and subscribe to all. Click on the links below to view and purchase my book. Thank you for your support.